Hi guys, it's Fernanda. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be all about my behavior management system. I currently already have a video on behavior management that I did my first year of teaching. So if you're interested in watching that, I'll have a link down below. But I will let you know now, my behavior management system is different than it was my first year. And I'm keeping it this way for this upcoming school year. So for my behavior management system, I use two things. I use golden tickets that I make and also Classdojo. So let's start off with explaining the structure of it. So let's talk about the golden tickets first. So I make these tickets on PowerPoint, print them on gold paper, and I just pass them out during the day. There are some guaranteed ways that you can get a golden ticket every single day, and that includes by being at school on time. If you're participating by coming up to the board and explaining your answer, you get a ticket. Those are two guaranteed ways that students get golden tickets in my classroom. I also pass out golden tickets if I catch someone being kind, someone's working really hard, someone improved on something, just basically reinforcing behaviors that I want to see in the classroom. So basically for any behavior that I'm trying to reinforce, I'll give a golden ticket. Now, that doesn't mean that every single time someone's helping a little kid, I'll give a golden ticket. It just kind of depends. And the reason I do it this way is because my first year of teaching, when we had our first year teacher induction, but our coaches did a raffle ticket thing. So like if we were participating, they would give us a raffle ticket, but they wouldn't give us one every single time we participated. It just because so that we would still participate, but still not expect something in return every single time we did. So that's kind of why I do it like that as well. Now, I also take tickets away. I do it in a discreet manner. I don't call it out in front of the class. I do it on a one-on-one basis. But if a student hurts another student, is disrespectful towards an adult, is lying, stealing, basically breaking any of our classroom rules as well as our school rules, then tickets can get taken away. That's kind of it as far as my golden tickets go. So now you're probably thinking, like, what are they collecting golden tickets for? Well, this may or may not work for everybody, but you can always tweak it if you want to use this kind of system. So I teach first grade. I am lucky to be at a school where I can have my students free play at the end of the day if I want to. So the last 15 minutes of the day, my students are exploring our manipulatives, our coding robot, and stuff like that. So in order for my students to participate in exploration time, they have to have 10 tickets, and they turn them in to me, and I record how many tickets they have at the end of the day on Classdojo, so parents can see how many tickets their child ended the school day with. So my students need 10 tickets to participate. So let's say a student had 14 tickets that day, they would only turn in 10 tickets, and they would keep 4 tickets for the next day. And they can keep doing this up until Friday. On Friday, if you have more than 10 tickets, you automatically go to the prize box at the end of the day. And Fridays, everybody turns in all of their tickets, even if they had more than 10, because we are starting brand new on Monday. The vast majority of the time, all my students ended up with more than 10 tickets on Friday. So now, what happens if a student does not have 10 tickets at the end of the day? Well, I have other activities that they can work on. They can work on unfinished work if they haven't done so already. If they have unfinished work, they can also just pick a literacy or math rotation. And honestly, sometimes kids don't want to turn in their golden tickets because they want to do a math or literacy rotation. So they do that for the 15 minutes of the day. If a student had 9 tickets and I know they were working hard all day long, it just for whatever reason they didn't get that 10th ticket, I will give them little jobs. I will give them little jobs such as like sharpening pencils, and once they're done sharpening pencils, they get that last ticket and they go participate in exploration, and they go participate in exploration time. And that is basically my behavior management system that worked really well last year. Now I want to get into how I collect the tickets. So at the end of the day, 5 minutes before we start exploration time, I will call students up one at a time, and they'll tell me how many tickets they had and how many they owe me and how many they'll have left. This helped my students adding and subtracting so much. They got so fast. So they were like, okay, I have 14 tickets. I have 14 tickets right now, so I'll give you 10, which means I'll have 4 tomorrow, and I only have to get 6 the next day. Like, that's literally what my students would tell me every single day. So it got them thinking about numbers in a way that was like outside of math, but they got really good at it. So that's one thing that I really enjoyed about this system. So after after everybody's tickets have been counted and turned in, that's when exploration time happened. Now, I do want to say that I do this exploration time at the end of the day because the vast majority of my kids stay for after school up until 5:30. So they've been at school from like 7:30 all the way to 5:30 p.m. And I feel like they need a little bit of a buffer, kind of decompressing time before after school starts, because they do go straight into 1 hour of homework time or tutoring. So that is also why I do it that way. Okay, so I do want to say that at my last school, first grade did this kind of behavior management system with the golden tickets, but they didn't have the exploration time at the end of the days, but it really worked well for them. I believe that instead of having exploration time, they were able to trade in their tickets for certain prizes, such as like bringing a stuffed animal to school the next day, or sitting next to a friend, or having lunch with the teacher, just things like that. So I just wanted to mention that in case you were wondering how to implement this without having the exploration time at the end of the school day. So now let's talk about why I use Classdojo in conjunction to the golden ticket system, because the golden ticket system can easily work by itself, but my entire school does use Classdojo to communicate with parents. And I think kindergarten might use like the point system on Dojo. When kids come into first grade, parents are already kind of used to getting updates on how their students behaving. So this is a way to still keep that communication going, and they will find out how many tickets they got at the end of the day. Alright, so that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, please give this video a thumbs up. If you have any questions regarding this video, let me know in the comments below or DM me on Instagram. But yeah, that is it. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.